Arlette Hardy, blogger and joy strategist at chasing-joy.com, and I am here to give you guys a bump date. I forgot what I am. I am 25 weeks and 4 days pregnant today. I think I'm doing the math right. With baby number one after 2+ years of trying to conceive and ultimately finding success through IVF. And I'm doing all this as a solo project, as a single mom by choice. And I've been chronicling my journey here on YouTube because I'm a blogger and so much of my life is public on the blog. And I also wanted to share this really important journey that I was on. I write about ways for women to find encouragement and support in creating the happy, joyful lives they want on Chasing Joy. And for me, that meant becoming a mom, so that's why I share my journey. So just to give you guys an update on how things are going. I'm sorry that I did not post a video last week, but I have a really good excuse. I was in the final 48 hours of preparing for my brunch event for the blog, the Chasing Joy Brunch and Learn. It was last Saturday, so I was just too busy with that to stop and do a video, but that went great. If you follow me on social media, on especially Instagram or Facebook, then you saw that it went really well. We had great speakers and a nice turnout. And you also saw what I wore, because I was contemplating posting one of those "what should I wear" videos. I mean, not videos, posts on social media. But I'll say Lane Bryant made the choice for me. I went there to get a bigger size of shapewear, to one that would accommodate the growing bump, and they had the perfect boots to match one of my dresses, so they made the choice for me. So if you didn't see those pictures, please check them out on my Instagram and my Facebook. Links to all my social media is in the comments below the video. So I'm sorry I'm so out of breath. I've had that as my consistent symptom since literally 4 weeks pregnant. So when I'm talking a lot, I do still get a little winded. But I'm just gonna dive in. I'm actually gonna give you guys pretty much an update on 3 weeks. I'm gonna give you updates on weeks 23, 24, and up to how things are going so far today at 25 and 4 days. Since the week is almost over. So I'll just refer to my stats. Right now, the app says that the baby is the size of a catcher's mitt. Of all the options on the app, that was the one I was most familiar with in terms of the size. So that's pretty big. It's kind of hard to wrap your mind around the baby being the size of these items or fruits and vegetables, because the shape is different. But anyway, that's what it said. And the app said that your baby might weigh almost 2 pounds, which I'm gonna be bold and assume that my baby is bigger, and I'll get into that why I feel that way in a little bit. So let's see. Best moments of weeks 23, 24, and 25. So I think for week 23, which I was in the middle of week 23 when I did the last video, the best moments, there were 2. So the first one was, not all the time, but sometime when the baby kicks, which happens a lot now, I can actually see my belly move, which is really, really awesome. And it's probably not a big deal for a lot of you, but me being a plus size pregnant woman, I have been very unsure of what my pregnancy experience would be like. And since I have fluff in the front already, I didn't know if I would be able to see my baby moving inside or my body responding to kicks. So I felt a couple strong kicks one day, so I was home alone. So I lifted my shirt and the third kick came and I could actually see my belly jump. So that was like really awesome to me. Like, oh, I can see it, just like the thinner women can see things. So hopefully when the baby gets bigger, obviously if you're watching this, you're interested in pregnancy. So I would assume that you've probably seen other women post online where their stomach like moves in like a weird way because the baby's moving underneath. So I'm hopeful now that as when the baby gets bigger, that I'll be able to have an experience like that as well. I've tried to catch it a couple times where you can see the belly jump with the kick, but I've never been able to catch it with the camera to film it. Plus, even if I did film it, I don't know if I'd be able to share it because I might feel a bit too exposed, or it might just be a little too naked maybe for me to share online. But that was the best moment, week 23. Then another best moment of week 23 was going to my ultrasound. So I think when I did the video the last one you saw 2 weeks ago, I was just about to go to my checkup and everything was great. Of course, I don't have the ultrasound picture here with me. I'll try to post it on social media tonight so you guys can see it. So again, make sure you're following me, Chasing Joy on Instagram and Facebook. But we can see the baby. I can see that as the baby gets bigger, the ultrasounds do get harder to, I guess, interpret, especially for a non-professional. But we can see the profile. The baby is still upside, head down. It's been head down from the beginning. I'm hoping it doesn't flip at the end. And it still has its hands like up over its face. But this time we could see the baby open its mouth and close its mouth. And we could see it looked like it was either sucking its fingers or its thumb. So that was like really awesome to see that. And the overall appointment went really good. I don't think I had gained any weight for weeks. So that was basically my 24-week checkup. I think I was 23 in 5 or 6 days, depending on how you count it on the app. And I hadn't gained any weight, so the doctor was really happy with everything, and the baby looked great. The baby, excuse me guys, the baby is still measuring on the bigger side of normal. The technician assured me that it's still within the normal range, but she said so that was almost 2 Fridays ago, that the baby was 1 pound 14 ounces. So that's no, I'm sorry, I lied. 1 pound 12 ounces. So that was almost a pound gained in, just under a pound gained in 4 weeks, because I think the previous ultrasound the baby was 14 ounces and now it was a pound and 12 ounces. So pretty much it was like 1 and 3/4 pounds. So I'm pretty sure now, almost 2 weeks later, that the baby is probably over 2 pounds. So I think I'm measuring a bit ahead of the apps. But she assured me that that was still in normal range. So that was definitely the best moment of week. So I guess that was technically week 23, borderline 24. 24, the best moment was, I don't know that there was necessarily a best pregnancy moment that week. It was just, I was so busy getting ready for the event that I guess it was a good distraction, because the last 2 weeks have flown by for me because I've been so busy. In terms of week 25, this current week that I'm in, the best moment was definitely the brunch. I felt really, really pretty in what I was wearing For a lot of people, it was the first time that they could actually see the baby bump because my dress, it wasn't tight, but it definitely was fitted. It wasn't an umpire waist or anything like I'm wearing today, or really, really super flowy. So you could definitely see that I was pregnant, and everybody was just very happy to see me and tell me how wonderful I look, and everything went really well. So that was definitely the best moment, kind of my first kind of showing off the bump a little bit moment. Worst moments of the week. I don't think anything bad has happened in the last almost 3 weeks. It's been really, everything's been going smoothly. Like I honestly have no real complaints about anything. So I can't say that there was a worse moment. My aversions, I'm still not having any aversions right now. I've been able to eat whatever, everything, with no issues. My symptoms, still waking up congested. I still have the shortness of breath that I mentioned. I have been less tired. I was thinking about that today as I was leaving work. A few weeks ago, I was pretty much guaranteed to fall asleep at some point during the day at work, and I've not fallen asleep at my desk in like a few weeks. So definitely still less tired. One symptom that is brand new as of literally 2 days ago is the round ligament pain. And I'll show you guys exactly where that is later on when I do the bump shot. But I notice it, like if I'm sitting, I don't feel anything. And it's like when I stand up, so I know especially at work, so it might be from me being in the type of chair that I sit in at work. When I stand up, I am just so sore and achy under my stomach, like in my pelvis area. Like, and I feel like it makes me walk funny. So it's like, oh man, I'm probably getting the pregnancy walk now, but not necessarily from, you know, my center of gravity, but from just feeling so achy when I stand up. That's new. That's literally within the last couple of days. And I text my cousin saying, I'm so thankful that God let me have the event before experiencing any real pregnancy discomfort, because it would have been really hard to do that 4-hour event where I was on my feet most of the time, and then, you know, setting up before, packing up after, and I did have help. That would have been just too much to be feeling as achy and sore as I feel now for these last couple of days. So I'm pretty sure it's round ligament pain. I Googled where that is, and it's pretty much exactly where I feel it. It did say usually it's like a sharp, where it's like a jabbing pain. Mine is not like that. It's like an achy pain that when I stand up, it just aches all underneath. So that is new and a rather unpleasant symptom. Another, you see I have this thing on my hand. I think I might be getting a little bit of that carpal tunnel again this week. I'm not sure if that's really what it is, or if in the process of like doing this stuff for the event and like picking up bags and things, if I somehow like pulled my like a ligament by my thumb, because, you know, with pregnancy all your ligaments and stuff loosen up with that relaxing hormone. So that it could be that, or a little bit of carpal tunnel. Either way, I think it's pregnancy related. But I've had some mild carpal tunnel type symptoms in the past. So I already had this brace because I'm on the computer a lot between the day job and then I do, you know, I'm blogging, so I'm on the computer in the evening, there's social media and all that. So I already had this on hand. So, but it's feeling better. I think I just I pulled something and it was maybe already sensitive. I'm contributing it to the pregnancy because I know that those types of things are more common, but it could very well be non-related. What else? Exercise. Yeah, I'm not really organized, or I've not really participated in any organized workouts. That's a better way to put it. since the last video, which was 2 weeks ago. I have walked more at work, and like I said, I did do a lot of prep for the event in terms of setting up and on my feet and everything, but not been in the gym, so yeah, I'm back to like sucking at that again. My meds are all the same: the baby aspirin, my vitamins C, D, E, prenatal, and niacin, and I'm still doing the Synthroid. I have to go do blood work for that like every 3 to 4 weeks, and then the endocrinologist tells me whether to adjust or stay the same, because the pregnancy hormones can like throw that off. Who have I told? Everybody knows. It's official. Everybody knows that I'm pregnant. That I've told. But because like I am a plus size woman, I do feel like there are some people at work that don't know, that they haven't really realized. But they're obviously not people that I'm close to. Where I work, there are a lot of people, like hundreds of us, if not 1,000 people in my building. So I'm sure there are people who are like, oh, is she pregnant, or is she just like gaining weight or whatever. But purchases, I have not purchased anything in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I've not purchased anything for me or for baby in terms of maternity wear. I did go, like I said, I bought shapewear in a size bigger for the event, because even though I'm not trying to hide the bump, you know, the bump is fine, but you know, being a plus size woman, there's still other areas you want to like smooth out. That's what shapewear is for. So I still wear the shapewear even with being pregnant. It won't hurt the baby or anything. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't too tight. I went a size up, and I did have to go a size up in my underwear as well. So yeah, I haven't bought maternity underwear. Kind of debating it, because like I said, I went a size up, but they're like a little too big. But I feel like things are gonna grow, so that's just what I did. Gender. So still don't know. We'll be finding out in about, I want to say 5 or 6 weeks. It's probably like 5 more videos. I know it seems so far away, but yeah, it's a bit far away. But I did hand over the guest list for the baby shower, so making progress. So still don't know the gender. I did have a dream this week. This was the first time that I dreamt that I had the baby. I dreamt I had the baby in the hospital, and it was a girl, which is the opposite of what almost everyone thinks. Seems like almost everyone thinks boy. But I dreamt that it was a girl, but this is where the dream went crazy. I don't know if you guys watch the TV show. I think it's one of the NCIS, the one that's on the West Coast. I think it's like LA or something. The one with LL Cool J in it. I don't even watch that show regularly, but I dreamt that I was a part of that team, and I had the baby in the hospital. It was a girl, but people were coming and attacking the hospital, and I had to protect the baby. And the people from the NCIS show were like helping me protect the baby, and we were like in a shootout, and it was just crazy. So I woke up from that dream. It didn't feel like a nightmare or anything, but it definitely I guess brought to light the fact that I do have some anxieties about bringing a child into the world and like keeping it safe. I've experienced my own I really don't want to use the word trauma, but I'll say difficulties growing up that I would not want my child to experience. And that same night there was something on TV about, you know, and I don't want to get political in the video, but like black people interactions with the police and black youth having a higher death rate than youth of other races, and part of that is due to interactions with the police. And that was on right before I went to sleep, so I think it was just fresh on my mind, the idea of like how will I protect and keep this child safe in this world that is like crazy. Like we hear all these crazy stories. So I think that was fresh on my mind and triggered the dream. But anyway, back to the pleasant part. I dreamt that it was a girl, so that was interesting. I have no intuition one way or the other. I really don't know what the baby is. I have no, no guess. And like I said, most people say boy, but they got a 50% shot of being right. So we'll see. What am I looking forward to? Oh, so this week, in 2 days, this weekend, I'm going to the birth class. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also a little nervous about it. I know they're mostly couples. My cousin is going with me, the one who is going to be the baby's godmom, and she's going to be with me when I'm in labor. So she's going with me so we can both learn what to expect and get a tour of the hospital, the rules of the hospital. My main questions are like the rules, how many people can be there. I don't really know how I'll feel about visitors while I'm in labor or after when the baby's born, but I want to know at least the rules. Just with the layout of the hospital. And then the main thing, I want to know, what are all the drugs I can get? I want all the drugs, so I definitely want an epidural. And I want to know at what point can I get the epidural. I'm kind of afraid of the needle in the back, so I'm not really thinking about that too much. And at one point in time, I thought I might be a woman who attempts to do it natural and then, I don't want to say natural, I guess unmedicated, and reserve the option for medication. But from doing that HSG test when I was trying to conceive, and then doing the ERA test, which I talk about both of those on this channel, they were very painful for me. And that ERA test was very painful. And both of those tests were only like a few minutes, and I couldn't take it. So I learned I don't think I have the capacity for pain in that area of my body. So I'm going to be going for the drugs. And my mom had said something too when we talked about all this, because before she passed away, she knew my plans and was like 100% on board for me being a single mom by choice. And her point of view is like, I'm going to be doing this by myself. I'll be coming home with the baby by myself. Hope, I'll probably have some family and friends helping or checking in on me, but I'm not coming home with a spouse. And so her point of view was, I'm going to be exhausted after birth, period. So do whatever I can do to be as least or as little or as less, less exhausted as possible, and be feeling as best that I can. So if getting the epidural allow me to rest more during the labor so that I can maybe be feeling less exhausted after, she felt that was a smart thing to do. And I think that was good advice from my mom. So anyway, that's my plan, which I'm sure I'm going to talk more about that much later on in the pregnancy. But yes, I need to know what are the drugs available in terms of like the epidural, and like, or if it's like a spinal, I think it's called spinal is the other option. And like, when can I get them, like when to come to the hospital and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to the class, even though I'm nervous about the class. I hope we don't like stand out or feel like oddballs for not being like a couple. But overall, it's just one day, so I'll get over it. But I'm looking forward to that, and very much looking forward to the baby shower. I really want to know what the gender is, but I'm toughing it out because it'll be so much fun to find out with everybody. And I'm looking forward to getting this room redone now that my event's over. I'm very much starting to just really focus on preparing for the baby. So pretty soon you'll see this room look different, hopefully within the next few videos. Because the room that I'm doing is the baby's room. I guess what I'm not looking forward to is more discomfort, which I know is common as the baby grows and runs out of space. And I'm not looking forward to any swelling. I don't think I have any swelling right now, but I noticed this morning when I went to put my rings on, they barely fit. Right now they're loose, but it was like, oh, that's odd. So I don't know if the swelling is coming. I hope it holds off as long as possible. And what am I missing right now? I was thinking about a drink a few days ago, so I guess I'm missing alcohol a little bit. And I guess just overall peace of mind. I find being pregnant, like I'm constantly on some level of worry. Like, oh, did the baby, I haven't felt the baby move yet today. Is the baby okay? Or after the event, it's like, oh, did I do too much? Kind of thing. And then people have this way of making you worry. They don't mean to, but then they make you worry. So for example, at the event, when I was setting up, I was bending over, and so my sister-in-law was like, oh, I'll get it. You can't be bending over like that. And I'm like, well, wait, you can't bend over? Like, I've never heard you can't bend over. Like, I know at some point I'll probably be too big to, but like right now I can still like bend over. So, you know, just little things people say that when they're being helpful, that can kind of trigger some anxieties for me. But yes, I do miss just like the peace of mind. But I think that just goes with the territory of becoming a mom. So anyway, before I finish up and I do the bump shot, let's see my weight. I feel like I've gained weight in the last week. I haven't weighed myself, so I don't know. Between doctor's visits, I hadn't gained anything. So as of the last weigh-in, I think I told you guys I gained about 20 pounds. So far, with like the first like 8 or 9 pounds being within like the first 2 weeks, and I went off of that low calorie, low carb, healthy eating challenge. So the weight's doing good. The doctor said my weight is fine, which I've never had a doctor tell me that in my whole life. So I wish I had it like on tape, because I'm sure once pregnancy is over, that'll probably be the last time I ever hear that from a doctor. Have not done a gestational diabetes test yet. I think they said when I go the next time they give me the script. Oh, and the other thing that they said the next time I go, which will be in 2 more weeks, that'll be my last appointment with 4 weeks in between. They said, oh, come back in 4 weeks, and then after that I move to every 2 weeks because I'll be entering the 3rd trimester. So things are starting to go fast now, which is kind of crazy, fun, and scary all together. So before I finish up, I have to tell you guys, I have a confession. So I lied to you guys, or maybe I shouldn't say lie, like I just didn't tell you the whole story. Part of it, I was a little embarrassed. And the part of it is I did legit forget, because I can't remember which week it was. I think my last update was about week 22. So I think this might have been at week 21. So I did have my first kind of gross pregnancy symptoms. So I had jock itch, which is so embarrassing. I feel like I don't even want to tell you, but when I thought about it later, I realized like, oh, I never talked about it on the video. But it's probably because one, it sucked, and it's not like something I really wanted to share with a bunch of people. And 2, I think by the time I shot the video, I had already like taken care of it. So being pregnant, so before I tell you, so I figured let me share it once I realized I hadn't, because in case some other pregnant woman has it, or so they can maybe prevent it. So anyway, being pregnant, you have a lot of things going on below the belt, including sweating down there more than